Jim from Advanced Performance Shooting again. And for this week's Rangeside chat, I wanted to pose the question, what is good enough? I often interacting with people, trying to engage them about training, I get the impression that they believe that the skills that they currently possess are good enough. And I wonder, could we ever truly define what good enough is? So this week for our cold drill, and to give us a little bit of something to work with for the purposes of our discussion, I chose the Dirty 30 from Daniel Richardson of EC Defense, somewhere around Charlotte, North Carolina. It looks to be a very difficult drill. I changed it up a tiny bit. I'm using a 5-inch circle that has a 3-inch circle in the center of it. Rather than move back and forth on the range, I set the targets up at 7, 10, and 15 yards respectively, and it's 10 shots from each with no time limit. When we try to answer the question, what is good enough, that from a defensive firearms use standpoint, it's simply too broad of a question. The firearm that I choose absolutely has to be able to do what I'm asking it to do. In this case, my Glock 19, it's more than capable. I have battle hook sights on it. I'm using 10-ring ammunition. It's more than capable of producing the groups at 7, 10, and 15 yards inside that 3-inch circle that I would like for it to for this particular drill. So I think as we try to answer the concept, what is good enough, if our equipment will do what we ask it to do, then I think that now we can look at what should we expect of that equipment, or what should we expect of our skill set? What's reasonable to ask if we're trying to determine what good enough actually is. I don't know. The question, what is good enough, always plagues me. I don't think there's the right answer. I think perhaps we're not asking it, or we're not phrasing it the right way. Maybe it should be, are we good enough? It should be a self-examination of our skill set. Are we good enough to protect ourselves and our family? That's a very difficult drill. That's an even harder drill than I thought it was going to be. I don't think because it was cold and I hadn't warmed up. That's just a difficult drill. A 3-inch circle, 3.5-inch circle, technically the 10 ring, to score the perfect 300. Very, very challenging.